Hello and welcome to Efficient Strategy Gaming. Today we're going to go off topic and talk about the novel Moby Dick. The novel Moby Dick kind of changed my life in an unexpected way. I was going through some hardships a few years ago and one of my friends brought it up in conversation and referenced something that happened in the book to console me at the time. So let's go into the background about Moby Dick. It's a novel, as you can see, about whalers, and it takes place in New England. The whalers of New England would sail from the east coast of the U.S. around Cape Horn, the southern tip of South America, in search of whales, and mainly they would harvest the oil out of the front snout of the sperm whale and use it for fuel and other things. They'd also harvest scents from the stomach of the whales, and they would use that for ladies' perfume. So it was quite expensive, quite pricey stuff, and this was quite a lucrative business at the time. Moby Dick takes place starting off with a ship that's going to leave New England, and there's a Captain Ahab, and Ahab had his leg bit off by the white whale Moby Dick when he was on one of these whale harvesting trips to the South Pacific, and is absolutely obsessed with getting back at the white whale and hunting and killing the white whale. His first mate is Starbuck, and Starbuck is by all means a good guy, wants to take care of his family, and will be in line to take over a ship one day and be captain. And Starbuck is close enough to Ahab where he would know that Ahab was obsessed with finding the white whale and was basically on his next cruise just going to go out and try to hunt the white whale. So they all get on the boat and they find Moby Dick eventually. And what happens is Ahab goes out with his crew in order to hunt the whale and turns to Starbuck and says, you don't have to go with us if you don't want to. And Starbuck chooses to stay on the boat. So they have smaller boats that launch off the larger boat. Starbuck, the first mate, stays on in the safety of the whaling boat, the large boat. And what happens next is unexpected and is a spoiler for the novel. So if you don't want to know what happens, this is the end of the book. So Ahab goes after Moby Dick. Moby Dick, during the hunt, comes back and smashes the whaler's boat, and everyone on the whaler's boat perishes except for Ishmael, who's the sole survivor of the whole event. Ahab does eventually kill the white whale, but ends up getting tethered to the white whale, and they both sink to the depths of the ocean. So what my friend was trying to tell me from the story was, look, you can be a good guy like Starbuck. You can have good intentions like Starbuck. You just want to help your family, for instance, something like that. And life still, catches up with you and you still have hardships. In this case, Starbuck actually died. And I believe that he was right, but I want to take it a step further in saying that I think that Starbuck was actually wrong for going on the voyage in the first place. And I'll tell you why. Since Starbuck would have known of Ahab's intentions, and there would be plenty of ships for which Starbuck could have chosen, so he didn't have to go on Ahab's voyage. He could have easily gone a few towns over or found another ship to go on. He is kind of supporting Ahab in his madness to go out and hunt this wild thing, this white whale that really has done nothing but defend itself. And, I don't see the white whale as an evil character in this book. It just kind of represents chaos. It represents life, this unstoppable force of nature. That's what Moby Dick is. And Ahab wants to go out and, snuff out this nature, which Ultimately, he does, but at the sacrifice of his own life and the life of his crew and the life of Starbuck. So Starbuck, I don't think, is innocent at the end of the book. I think that the moral of Moby Dick is the fact that if you're setting out on this voyage, whatever it might be, however small a task that you're going to try to accomplish, if the intentions of that task are not true and honest and forthright, I think that is going to affect you in your life in some way or the other. This is obviously an extreme case. It's a very tall tale that basically tells you a lot about the whaling industry in the mid-1800s. There's a lot of history going on and a lot of biblical references, but it basically goes like this. The path to hell is paved with good intentions. So it's not good enough to have good intentions like Starbuck had. You need to focus. You need to think about what you're doing. You need to examine it. And if you find that what you're doing is false or is not going to get you to your primary objective, which for Starbuck would have been helping his family out and trying to get that promotion to get promoted to be captain, then you need to go on another voyage. You need to pick another path in life, one that is just more pure, more forthright, one that is less risky and dangerous, and this will ultimately benefit you. And that's what happened to me. I got done talking with my friend and told him like my perspective that Starbuck was in on it, and kind of that's why he perished too, because he chose to go on the voyage with Ahab. And after that, I chose a different path. I chose to change my life for the better and examine what I did every day, examine what type of work I do and why I'm doing the work that I'm doing. And after that point in that conversation, my life has gotten exponentially better because I realize it's not just good enough to continuously do what you've always been doing. It's not good enough to simply go through life very peripherally. You need to take a deep dive, a deep examination in what you do in life and try to strive for the highest good, I would say, however you define that. Because even if the choices that you make will eventually catch up to you like they did catch up to Starbuck. So I know this is a bit different than my normal videos, but if you enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up and leave comments down below about what you think the meaning of Moby Dick is, and I'll see you on the next one.